Take two, part two. It's Monday, April 21st. Early. My appointment's not until 11:45, but my prior commitment, my prior appointment today ended early. So I made it a little bit early here to the Tesla at Fort Lauderdale, in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. Got an appointment, see if finally they can get rid of that noise, if they need to do the bushings or whatever. From what I understand now, based on a www.whatswrongwithme.com search, that doesn't exist. Or if it does, I don't know. It's just my way to describe the fact that I went online, I did a search. Anyway, yeah. It's happened. People have complained about this problem before, about the sound, about the clicking sound, and what some of the people in the forums and stuff said is that some of them fixed it by just applying some grease to the bushings, because apparently that's the main issue, that some of these bushings lose some of the grease. Or that just I don't know, they don't apply as much grease as is needed for the thing, I don't know, and that they basically just use a syringe, an applicator, and then just put some grease there. And then some others have done the replacement of the whole part. So I don't know what they're gonna do. So here we are. Back to Tesla Service Center here at Fort Lauderdale, and gonna find a spot to park and be right back. I'm not sure if I get a loaner. Fingers crossed. Is this loaner here, the new one? You see the new one? That's the new one. So if I can get that loaner for today. See, maybe they just need the day to fix my car, right? Maybe. And if that's the case, demo drive vehicles only, then I'll be glad to check it out, even for a day. It'll be fun, right? It'll be fun. All right, fun spot. See you in a bit. So, I didn't get a new Y. It's a loaner. The car stained. But I didn't get a Y. I got something different. So I'm just pulling stuff I need. I need my yoga mat. Because they say it might be, it may be done today. It may be that it may be done today. Damn, I'm carrying too much stuff. I'm working for free. Better pay off. Okay, so yeah, they say that it may be done by today, but I don't know. So might as well just take my stuff in case of anything. And now close the door, and now I'm walking to my loaner. Gonna go check out a new car. Free coffee at Tesla is the best. They have so many options and stuff. I think I found my loaner. It's a little beat up. I think this is it. We'll see. Oh, come on, so many things. There you go. All right, so I think this is it. So I think I'm gonna have this X for a day or two, I don't know. And then they set up my phone so it'd be the key of this car as well. Right, when I go on my phone and the app, this is my key for the Wiz, for the Wizard, for my car. And then if I swipe right or left, there you go. Now my phone is also set up for this. It's a Model X and it's at 47%, and I think this is it. So I just need to do the setup. So I hit setup. Authorizing, and the Bluetooth pairing request Model X would like to pair with your phone. So we pair it, and I guess we're ready. And let's just take a look around because it's still a good idea. Since I'm recording, might as well. See, there's a bunch of scratches. This plastic here in the bumper, you see, is off. This panel is off, and again a bunch of scratches all over the car. The bumper, it feels like it's about to. Anyway, there is this thing here also. Looks like the rubber is coming off. What else? What else? Something here. Panels don't really fit the match. And on this side, I think I saw. Yeah, see, way more on this side. Anyway, this is a loaner. I'm just gonna use it for a day. Let's just make sure it opens, and let's get on our way. Yeah, this is it. All right, I'm just gonna load my stuff in it, and get on going. Okay, so this should be the fun part about this car. There you go. Awesome. So just gonna load my stuff here. Boom. Bam. Bim. This is so spacious. I'll show you in a second. And then the rest of the stuff. Life is about carrying stuff from one spot to another. That's basically what life turns out to be. That and doing your dishes. Maybe you don't, but I found that doing your dishes is a pretty big part of life. It's almost inevitable. At some point you'll be doing dishes. Oh, here it is. So there's button. Okay. So you saw how I opened the door? Now here's the button to close it. Right? You fit your stuff, you fit your kid inside and all your belongings, and you're ready to go on a car that is not this beat up, but this is a tester and it's also a loaner, so that's probably the reason. And then you just boop, press the button and the door closes. There we go. Now you enter the car. Whoa, and that door is heavy, and I don't know what's on the radio. Oh, it's my radio actually. My radio is set up. My tuning is set up. What else is set up for me here? I lowered the volume now. I can open the trunk. The trunk screen is way bigger. And then see the glass on top. This is a continuous glass instead of just Like in my car, I got there's the glass in front, there is the windshield, and then there is a division, a part of the frame of the car itself, and then the glass roof starts from there. But this is slightly different. It's the windshield kind of like goes from above your head all the way down. I cannot see the tip of this car. Cannot. Let me see. I'm in easy entry. So another thing that happens when we set up my key, and I can see that everything's set up for me now because now the car knows where to put my seat. Now the car knows about my radio stations. Now the car knows a bunch of things that I've already set up on my other car. Ooh, there's a screen here in the back. Okay, let's go to a park and let's see if we can play around with this a little more. As soon as I press the brake, what's gonna happen is that the chair is gonna switch, it's gonna change, and it's gonna be exactly the same way I set it up on my Y, because the system knows. So here, oh sorry, there, and then I swipe forward, and the chair didn't change. Okay. Driver profile settings, easy entry. Okay, maybe no. Restore. Oh, I guess it was already set up for me instead of being an easy entry. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, there is no stock here for drive or neutral or reverse, none of that, or for FSD. There's no stocks at all. There is the indicators, now they're here instead of a stock, and also for the light, also the honk, the klaxon, it's a button, and then there is the windshield wipers control, and then the microphone here, slightly different than the Y. I like the seats. I don't like this wood panel. I don't like it that much, but I guess 50,000 miles ago it looked good, and now it looks a little bit worn, just like the whole car does. But in general, I can see how a car that's like this, that's well maintained, it is a really nice car. It's just that this one is a little bit up. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna go to the park. Let's go to Victoria, where, okay, doesn't matter where. I'm gonna go to a park so we can play with this a little further. Radio station's dead, done, everything's set up. Good, let's go. And I cannot leave. I can leave this way. All right. So if I don't have stock to enter FSD, how am I supposed to? Does it have FSD? Well, I have FSD, and my car still do. It's gonna expire soon, but I still have it. How about on this one? Do I have FSD on this car? Or does this car have FSD? How do you activate FSD on this behemoth? It's a really nice car. Have I said that already? Everything sounds. The panel sounds, but nothing different than you get in a regular car. I can tell the mirrors adjusted a little bit, but not exactly right. I can tell, oh, there it is. There's no stock, but if you want to use buttons to set up your, there is park, there is a reverse, there is the emergency, there is neutral, and there is drive. If you want to use buttons to set out your, where you're going, directions, fantastic. See the back? So you have two chairs, kind of commander chairs, one next to each other, and then in the back you can either have a long trunk, a big trunk, or those two things in the back, those that panel in the back, those are chairs, and you can have those as chairs as well. Car is a little beat up, very beat up. but it still rolls magic. It's still very nice. Okay, so how do I set up FSD here? If no stock, do you have FSD? How do you, what is this? FSD? Autopilot must be activated or deactivated manually. And how does that take place? Just like that. So the right side, nope. Ah, that was just, it was not FSD. What it did, okay, slowing down a little. The little button, this roller on the right side, what I'll do is to activate, is gonna activate cruise control. Right there, I put it at 52, so it's gonna go either 52 or lower, but I still have to steer. So that's compared to the Y where you use the stock for that purpose. Now the right side wheel is what it does, that's what it does. There's another camera here, just like my Y does. I like the car. It's a very cool sensation. So this is a smart cruise control. So right now it's just following the car in front. Speed limit on this road is 40 miles an hour. And everybody is going slightly faster, 41. Slightly faster, that's it. But it's sticking to the car up front. And that's it. Otherwise, if there would be no cars up front, then it'll be following speed limits. And then on the computer, you can have the car either follow the speed limits strictly, or if you know that you can go slightly over, then you do a percentage or a specific number, 5 miles over the speed limit. And that's not just for the cruise control, but also for FSD and also for autopilot. It works the same. And it's smart, so he's using the cameras to follow the car up front and to do the magic. I do like the sensation. I like the space. I like my car, don't take me wrong, I like the car. I like my car, but I like the colors in this one a little better because I don't know, it's not as bright inside here. I feel it's a little more shaded. See? No need to do anything, and the smart cruise control stopped for me because the car up front slowed down as well. Awesome. Press the indicators in the wheel to turn left, to change my left lane. Everything's smooth. Gonna keep doing, gonna do it again. So right now what I can tell is that cruise control is what's set up here. Awesome. I'm gonna see once we stop and can go over all the settings and stuff. I'm gonna see what else is there, if FSD is available in this car, no, and rest. I guess my phone will be available. Options in the computer here are basically the same. Everything is exactly the same. Now this screen is larger, and you know what, something else I do like is that the screen is kind of like flat flush with the panel. I like mine, but sticking out, I don't know, I prefer this where it's just flat and flushes with the panel itself, and I like to have the screen front, even though it's kind of useless, but the main difference basically is that I got a map and the radio stuff on this side, and then in here I got to see the little tiny cars around me and temperature and the speed and all of that stuff. On my car, they divide this screen, and then half or a quarter of it or a third of it they use for a specific purpose, and for the map, and the other quarter, the other third, the other whatever, they use it for this stuff here. Other than that, same. Okay, arriving to the park, gonna come and see what else we discover about this car. Yeah, smart cruise control working fantastically well, just like it does in my car. This is very nice. I like this. Well, this car is being beat up. Yeah. I like, but I like to have, this setup is a little cleaner. Not the car. Let me again make emphasis on that. Not the car, but the design. I guess because it's more spacious, right? Are you gonna stop, dude? Are you gonna stop, dude? No, you didn't. Whoa, you were not gonna stop there. It's way more spacious. Not way more spacious. I would have to check online whether... Ooh, I can see the lights from above here. I can see the traffic light over the thing. Nice. And here we go, the car stop, and here we entering the park, the park. And let's just find a spot to park at the park and make a few clips about it. Something that has light and somewhere that is not very populated around here, and some light would be appreciated. There we go. Over in the back. It's still a very nice ride. I can tell this is still a very nice ride, despite all the sounds, the creaking sounds of the panels and stuff. I can tell this is still a very, very nice ride. All right, we made it. I like the wheel. Let's use the buttons. So I'm park. So park. What happens if I press it? Here, nothing happened. I guess I have to use this one. Press park. There you go. Whoa, there you go. You saw that? No, you didn't. When I unlock this, then the chair moved, and then this moved a little bit, as it should, because I use easy entry. And when I use easy entry, the steering wheel and the chair will move so that you can enter and leave the car a little more easy. And then here we go for a little excursion around the Model X. Is bigger. Oh, this is something I do miss from my car, and is this. These seats are ventilated, whereas mine are only heated. These are both. These are heated and ventilated. So great feature for most of the United States, because most of the United States would go for a few months on a winter time, but here in Florida we don't really need heated seats. Maybe a couple of weeks sometime in January and February. Other than that we don't, whereas this ventilated seats is actually something that could be appreciated and that I don't have. All right, doors open exactly the same. Just press the button. Let's go once again around. Wow, that door has been, oh, it has automatic closure. You saw that? No, you probably didn't. But I didn't push the door all the way through. It was actually the car, it was a soft closing. When I, let me see if it does it. See, I don't have to use my hand. My car, my Model Y, I need to use the lever to pull my door open, whereas here there's a little piston, probably a little piston that pushes the door out, and then it's just a softer exit. And then to close it, let's try that again. Just put this away. And then to close it, that was too harsh. Well, let's not forget, there you go. So opening, the piston is working wonderful. But to close it, now a little push should do. There you go. And then automatically should finish the job and lift the window, and still doing it after 50,000 miles of very intense usage. This is the back of the car. As usual, easy to open, and as we were, wow, and that's all it's gonna open. Why? This car has been beat up. Come on, dude, you got it. You got it. You can keep going. Come on. Anyway, those pistons need to be replaced, or it may be because one thing you can do on these cars is that you can program how high they go up, how much they opened up. Like, say your garage ceiling is not that high, right? So you get home, you buy your car, you get home, and then maybe you did some grocery shopping and stuff, and then you get home, you enter your garage, you open the door, and then boom, that door hits the ceiling and you start to scratch the paint of your car. What you can do is to program how high or how low does the door go. In this case though, I don't think that's the case. In this case, I think it's just pistons that are not really working. Or maybe it is. I don't know, I'm not gonna judge that now. What we're gonna do is explore the back of this car. Look at all this room here for your stuff, and then below you have way more space for more of your stuff. Here we got wires so that the chairs, the back chairs, can do the magic, because in this case, yeah, they're not gonna lift up automatically. But what they'll do is probably they're gonna warm up. Whoa, this panel is beat up. All of this car is beat up. This car is being beat up. Okay, let's open this door. This is always magical to see this. So we're gonna make a special scene out of it. That's right. There you go. You move out of the way, and then you go. Magic. Kinda. Yeah. So you got all my stuff fit in there. Are you tall? Are you a tall person? I am not. I am 5'7". In American. In the Universal, I am 170 centimeters. 170. What else is here? What is that? Like 10 more centimeters. So if you're 180, you can just walk in, no problem. Maybe 6 feet. I think 6 feet translate to 180. I'm 170, and no problems. Anyway, Back seat does not recline. It's more, it's closer to one of the chairs up front. See, than it is to the seats in the back. In order to get there, you press the button. You see the button out here, and it goes forward. But the seat itself does not change. The back of the chair does not move up and down. We see here that it's also ventilated, and then of course it's probably also heated. And then we press this button here, and it doesn't lift. And I think this, oh no, this button is not for that. This button is for, yeah, no, these are beat up. Maybe if I open the other side door, then the rear seats will work. If we move the rear driver chair, the rear driver side, move it forward, and then there is no button. Yes, yeah, they're not lifting. Automatically they were not lift, but now they're manually did. So there we go. We got the rear chairs for the third row, and also ventilated, and of course probably heated. And we got cups for your glass, for your coffee in there. As well. Yeah, this one, oh, there you go. There you go. And the headrest also there. Also, there's USB-C. Somebody was carrying a dog in this car. All of this hair, this is dog hair. Somebody was carrying dogs in this car. This car is being beat up, but still rolling great, in my opinion. The drive out here was good. There we go. I love, see, the door opens just because I didn't have to use it. I just pressed the button and it opened up, and then to close it, soft closing, and then the window. Like that. Yeah, you can tell there's more cool details here. Like, now moving these chairs forward and back. It's very cool. And then opening and closing the door. It's also something that is really cool always to watch. Always. And then these will also, the same feature where you program how high, how much the door will open and close, the same thing applies. If your garage ceiling is not very high, you can also program the door so it doesn't touch. It just opens until, I don't know how close to the ceiling you want to get it. It's a really nice car. It's a really nice car. A lot of space. If you're in the third row, let's check the third row. Let's check what happens when you enter the third row. So this is fine. So far, whoa, my foot, my knee, my Sharona. Now I'm feeling a little bit claustrophobic, but there's AC vents here. This is cool. And you know what? I don't know. I guess it was just because the chair coming back felt a little intense at the beginning, but not really, no. Now, how the person in front of me would feel. Oh, and that's the other thing. I can move my knees slightly to the right, so they're more like pointing to the center of the car. and that takes care a little bit of the takes care of the space situation. Now there's an inch. That chair stopped just an inch short of hitting my knee. About an inch. And if I'm sitting in back, I am in control. I can shoot, I can push that button, and I can liberate myself. Now I can put my hand here and here to liberate myself. This is dirty. Yes, I can. Or I can use this and this to get out. Yeah, I can do that as well. Pretty cool. Push it back once again. How we doing in battery here? Very good. This is the Model X I got as a loaner today. Gonna do a few more shots. How is it to be the passenger? Okay, let's close this out. I've always liked this, but this is, in my opinion, a bit useless, but I like it. Again, we open the door, front side here, rear side here, and then so cool that the door opens just like that. I get in. I really wish that door would close on its own. Am I pointing the right direction? Am I pointing the right way? I think so. I so wish I would sit back here and somehow I could use some magic somewhere to get that door closed. I have to use my arm and it shuts. I didn't really have to pull it that hard. The last couple inches of the thing did it on its own, and then opening. And what if I press the button now? Oh yeah, the same button you use to open, you can also use it come on, to shut. Ha! That's how it works. See? I can shut. That is really cool. How is the frunk? How is the frunk situation? Let's take a look at our frunk here. Okay. So here we go. Here's our Tesla Model X we got for the day. And now we're gonna check the frunk. I could use my phone to open it up. Can I use my phone? Tesla would like to confirm that user. Okay. And let's open the frunk. Ah, there you are. Hello, buddy. Your paint has been done, I can tell. And this is not opening. So there's no pistons. Yes, there is a little bit of piston energy still on you. And there's nothing here, but way more spacious. Way more spacious than my Y. My Y is probably up to here, and then probably a couple inches less depth than this. This is way more spacious, and then we also have the windshield wiper fluid here, just like I do on my Y, or I guess on almost any Tesla, from what I understand. Oh my God! Just keep thinking about how badly this car has been treated. I got this theory. I think at some point this was not a tester. I'm starting to believe this car belonged to somebody. Somebody owned this car and then turned it back. Or maybe it's just traded in for something newer. I don't know, but whoever had it, wow, they really gave this car a go. All right, do you close on your own, or do I have to I think I have to, yeah, there's no automatic closing. Was that enough? No, you still have to push the last little push. It's on you, which is not the case with the door, because now we learn that passenger and the driver open and shut by just pressing the button. That is very cool. Let me make sure I get that on camera, because I think that's the coolest thing. May seem silly, but compared to my car, I think that's a very nice, cool thing that I don't have. What do I have? So to open it, just press, get in, and then to close it, press the button inside, and it shuts on its own, which is the same thing that applies for the rear with the button in the outside. Now, what if you sit down, right? What if you sat back? Where's the button? The button's a little bit too high, isn't it? Because you already made your way. Door open because you shut. And this is the button we're talking about, right? That's the button. Let me move my stuff to the side. All the way to the side. Yeah, there was a pet here at some point. Oh, they're here. Silly me. So you just take as it. Spacious. Now we're talking about space. Can you see that? No, probably no. But we're talking about a couple inches from my knees to the back of the seat. Okay. And just make sure that this works. There's a button here to open, and I guess this one shuts it down. Do I fear for my head? Not really. Not really. No. Now to open it, the other button right there, and I'll show it to you right now. There it is. These two. Open, close, easy. And then that's when you're sitting back, but when you leave the car, either you use this one all the way on top, or you use this. You can press that and it will just move away, and then it will shut like a clock. So we're sporting some Pirellis. This specific car came on Pirellis 285, 35 on 22s. I like the Pirellis. And they're not that old. I would say these are actually pretty new. They have most of the tread. I need to get one of those tools to measure the tread. Would I get a car like this? Yeah. 50,000 miles and those doors still working. Even though, as you can tell, people have been giving this car a really harsh time. Let's sit back again. Let's go through the process of sitting back in the car again. Open sesame. What happens if I'm too close? Gotta experiment with that again. Okay, all right, let's move all that junk out of the way once again. All right. Now I'm taking you with me. Okay. So, here. See? It's yeah. I don't know, this much space from my knee to the rear of the seat. And I think that seat, is it all the way back? What happens if we move it all the way back? Let's do that. Let's play with that. So we move this chair all the way back. All the way back. Now we can see Shaquille O'Neal up front. And now I am gonna take a seat This basically, yeah, here, 3 fingers. Still have 3 fingers space left, even though this seat is all the way as much as we could move it back, and still have this much space. And this is basically how it feels when sitting in the back. Identical. We got the screen, which is another thing I do not have on my Y. Not that they don't do it on the Y, just that I personally, my car doesn't have it. And what else do we have in here? We got AC, we got volume for the stereo, and then we got games. And do we have internet on this thing? Maybe, maybe no. Access to the music, what I was listening to on TuneIn. And yeah, controlling your heated seats, probably your ventilated seats. Turn it all off. No need to heat up anything right now. And then the AC. More, less, halfway. And let's keep it on auto. Tap airwave to control, just like you can on the front of any Tesla. That's how it works. And then again, let's do the, you want to see how it feels to close the door? Let's set you up here, right there, over there. Now I press my button. Do I fear for my head? Not at all. There's a lot of room here left. If I was taller, would I fear for my head getting hit? I would have to be very, very tall. Very tall. Or maybe not that much. I'm 170, that's 5'7", on US, 5 feet 7 inches, 170 centimeters, 1 meter 70 centimeters. What is here left? 3 inches all the way to 180. What if you're 190? What if you're 2 meters tall? 6'4", I think that is. No, this has to be more. I don't know. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel like nothing, not even close. And let's open it up now. Nothing. My arms are free, liberated, and I don't even need to worry about, I can move that way if I want to. It's a neat feature. I can see how people can worry about getting jammed or losing the grip, or maybe not working out as good as it could. After a few miles or uses, maybe the thing starts to break and it'll need to be repaired and stuff. But 50,000 miles on this thing of badly usage. Let's close it. Close it. It doesn't close from the outside. We learned something new. It only closes when you shut the button inside. Okay, good. Yeah, no, the Batmobile doors. Am I worried? If I own this car, would I worry about those breaking and the repair costs involved? Pistons. It's not that complicated, and it's not like these sides are full of glass or anything. No, because the door has a whole frame. The whole structure of the door is framed, and the body of the car is also framed around this thing. There's no glass. The glass is within the door, within the frame of the door itself. So if it would break, if it would somehow stop working, it would be because a very bad hit or very bad damage to these two here, and they look robust. They look sturdy, you know what I mean? It doesn't look like they would break that easily. Other than that, the shape, the door is solid. It's a big, solid piece. It's bent in two. There is, what happens if I'm here? Ah, see, it wouldn't close if I'm here. It knows I'm here. It's beeping, letting me know that it's trying to close. But because I stay here, it just won't do it. That's very good to know, because probably your kids will run around at some point and will try to accidentally, they will walk in the way of the door, and the door, as we can tell, is not gonna smash them. It's not gonna hurt them, because it has sensors that's stopping the door from shutting. As long as I'm standing here, it's not gonna do it. Now, the second I click and move away, now it shuts. This, right here, there is another partition, another section that might break. But would it? No, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like a piece that would suffer too much. Now, maybe I'd be worried about leaks. Maybe. Water leaks. Would have to wait for a big rain to see if it actually happens or no. Because of all these spaces here. But look, they're pretty well protected. Maybe that side on the left is a little lifted, but then, no, not really. I can't tell the car is being beat up. I can tell that at some point either somebody grabbed the car to move their pet around, and what else, I don't know, somebody with not very good eyesight was driving and hit the bumper. I can tell there's been a couple stories told, and some stuff has happened to this car. Many things have happened to this car. But from other than that, it looks like it will keep going for a long time. I don't see why it wouldn't. Right now, battery's at what? Let's see. So, this is magic. Open sesame. We got a battery at, where are you? Closed door. So, closed door. Can I shut it from here, or do I need to reach the door? Oh, there you go! Door will also shut if I press the brake. If I press the brake, the door will also shut. Not only pressing the button, but also if I press the brake, the door shuts. Good. So reasons why this car would stop working, even though it's being beat up, even though it's been carrying pets, because all that pet hair that's around, even though somebody hit the bumper some point and the sides of the bumper is likely falling, why would this car stop working? I cannot find the reason why this car would stop working. We have 46% left on the battery, but that's a different animal. It's just because that's what they gave me. With the car, that's what the car came with. So far, it's a 51-minute video. It's gonna get a little shorter because I'm gonna cut stuff that doesn't work. I cannot think or of any reasons why this car will stop working. How do you activate? Let's see. Let me see. This car. Let's check out the menu of this car compared to the menu of my car. So, what do we have in here? It's slightly similar. It's just a little compressed. Can I get rid of this? Let me get rid of. Can I just move you out of the way? I don't want this. No, even less. I want to move you away. There you go. And then when I hit the menu, still just using like a little more than half. We got search, as usual, parental controls, blah, 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 auto shift, pedals and steering. That's, oh, yeah. Wait, where's autopilot? Autopilot, do we have FSD? The car does come with FSD. We'll try it. Under supervision, yes. So it does come with, this car has FSD, my car still does, but remember, these options may not be available in your car. The settings, we got an FSD of this car right now, it's unhurried. The offset, the max speed offset is at 40%. The park assist using Tesla Vision, and the actual smart summon is not plugged. Let's plug it, buckle up for a ride of your life, except surprise. But this is easy. We'll try it maybe, or I'll just do it in my car. It's exactly the same thing. It's just about getting the car to pick you up at the supermarket. Good. All the emergency sounds and lights, all locks right now because my key is activated. Suspension, we got suspension abilities here. We can change the ride height, and right now it's set on low, and you can do very low, medium, high, or very high. Let's go for a ride on a very high ride. Yeah, it's lifting. Well, of course you cannot tell, but it's lifting. How high, I don't know, it doesn't say. And then no other than that, also, you can change the adapting suspension damping. And right now it's set on auto, but you can put it on sport or advanced. As far as options go, that's what we got available. And I think it's very cool because if you go off-roading, I mean, let's be honest, it's not going to be a very intense off-roading, unless you want to. But you can go higher up. Let's go outside and see if there's we can tell about. Look at that. What? Of course you can tell the difference. Wow. That was at least 2 inches. Let's switch it back. Remember this. Or let me just do this. I'll just keep the camera out here. There. And then I'll move back, close, and let's switch it back to very low. So now the car should be moving back down. As soon as the computer tells me it's done, just gonna go get my camera before somebody tries to use that parking spot. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. So it's switching. I went for the extremes. I went from very high to very low now. And are you done? You're done. Open sesame. Look at that. Now you can go for a spin at the track. Now you can go for a quarter mile. Wow. Ooh, talking about quarter mile. I don't know what kind of car they gave me. Is this a 90? Is this a P100? I don't know. I have no idea. All right, let's switch it back to medium, a good medium. A good medium. And then what else we got? Charging, this is the usual. We got any car. Last time this car charged, they used the chargers at Fort Lauderdale. That's an Aventura. That's the same, not Aventura, the in Galleria Mall. Same I used. They paid $13.49 the last time they charged it on April 16. Autopilot, already went through that. Logs, lights. Auto, as always. Anything different? Ambient lights. I can tell this car at night. It's a very nice place to be. On seats, I can control the temperature of all my seats. I can move my seat. No, but I can move the passenger seat back forward. See? We had moved this chair all the way back. Just now, I'm just moving it back to a standard position. That looks standard right there. And I can do the same thing with the seats in the back. There it goes, one. And then all the way to the back. Good. And I can do the same thing with this. And then this is the heating. I can also control the heating of all the seats, not just these two and these two. I can also do that for the rear. Display, same thing as in any other car. This is basically the same thing. Schedule for charging, preconditioning, same deal. Safety. If you're using your camera-based detection, if you're using your Sentry mode, the Sentry mode sounds and all of that stuff is the same. The dash cam, the dash cam is recording, and it's recording on a USB drive that's installed inside the glove box. And service, what do we have here? Tires, this one is a little bit low, this one as well, those are okay. Camera visibility. So, is there a maintenance issue here? Oh no, yeah, they haven't done any tire rotations. You guys gotta rotate your tires, otherwise they're not gonna wear evenly. Let's go back. Where were we? Service. Camera visibility, nope, no issues. Great. And that's it. Software. Have we got... Oh no, it's not 50,000 miles. This is 36,000 miles. It's 37,000 miles almost. Well, the car is being beat up, but it's moving all right. It's going places, I can tell. Anyway, navigation. On navigation, whether we use the HOV lanes or no, want to use the trip planner, navigation, the online routing, the Boyd tolls. You don't want to pay tolls if you don't want to pay tolls. All the usual trips. So statistics for the last few trips. Current drive, we're being pretty good at it. 297 watts per mile, whereas people driving this car has been averaging 323.5 watts per mile. That's pretty high, a little high, if you ask me. Wi-Fi, well, Wi-Fi is for your house, and then Bluetooth devices, not using that just yet. Okay, so let's try, set this down, just fix it in place so it won't move. Maybe here. There you go, this is a better place for you. There you go. Looking down, fantastic. Awesome, let me just make sure that is where I want it to be. There you go. And since we changed the setting, there you go, stay there. Now we got access to FSD on this car. Let's go for a spin. Oh, look at all this space. So, before that, let's go over this. All the storage inside. The back, there's no deposits over the back. And then under the screen, there is cup holders. And then to close, shut down like an old CD-ROM. And then here in the middle panel, there is that to open up this space. This is it, no more. And then you have cups. But when you take your cup off here, then you can open further, and there's a lot of room here under that initial box. And then you can also move the cups back, so you have access to even more space, and your charging ports, USB-C, and then I guess this is the 12 volt cigarette lighter style 12 volt. Close it up, close this up, open the cup holders again, and then in the middle, of course, we got our charger pads here. I wish they were ventilated so your phone doesn't get warm up, doesn't warm up. And then we have a little more space here. Cool. So back in the test, because I really want to test a stupid test, because I know how is it going to work, but let's test it anyway. So can I use this? Yes, I can. Did you see what I did? Can I see the buttons? These buttons here, these are buttons: park, reverse, emergency, neutral, drive. It's on park, so I can decide if I want to use buttons, or right here, move it forward, you go forward, move it back, rear back, neutral, park. If you like to use that instead, then that's the way. Okay, a little higher up. Again, FSD, let's try FSD. Where are we going? Let's go traffic. I need to go to Aldi. I need to go get something. Let's go to Aldi. So where is it? I'm gonna pick Aldi. Here we go. Now we go setting up it's just a short ride. It's a 6-minute ride, 1.6 miles. I'm gonna hit reverse. No, let me see. Boom. Brake. Boom. How do I start FSD from parking? Can I start FSD from parking on this? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. Let's go reverse and move it out my own. Look at this massive camera for the rear view. Wow, completely different than the wide. This is massive. I really feel like see everything, and then just slide your thing forward so you move forward. And now I want you to drive on your own. And then you go. FSD on a Tesla Model X. Taking us out of here. And out to Aldi. Because I need some Hawaiian bread from Aldi. Aldi has the best price on the Hawaiian bread. No contest. Aldi has the best agreement with the Hawaiian bread producers so that they can offer the Hawaiian bread at the best price. You go other places, you go to Publix, forget it. It's just too much. What they charge for the Hawaiian bread at Publix is irrational. It's just not. I don't know. It's just not a fair trade deal right there. But Aldi, on the other hand, Aldi, whatever deal they got going on with the Hawaiian bread producers, they got it down. Airbag is down below here. haven't heard the klaxon. See how I'm not concerned, even though the car is being beat up, even though I can tell the bumper and all this stuff is being beat up and stuff. See, I am not concerned at all about the car effectively using FSD and taking us from A to B. It's still supervised, which means see where my hands are, see where my feet are. I'm still responsible for the car getting us there, but I'm not actually doing any of that. The car is doing it. And it's not that I trust my car to do it. In this case, I trust this car, a random car. They gave me a Tesla to do it, and it's doing it. It's doing it. It's just doing it as it should. It's deciding which lane to use, because this is a kind of weird place to be. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. See, I had to take over because this is a weird place to be. It's a weird intersection, but worry not. We just go back, and we're back. Supervised. That is the key word. This system still supervised. You still need to be aware of what's going on at all times. Yeah. So we get into Aldi. It's gonna be a UE, and then it's gonna make a right to enter Aldi. Yeah, but so far so good. It's doing it. The screen is massive. The screen is great. I like it. I like it. I like the car. I do like the car. I don't like these wooden panels though. That I do not like. But I like the color. If I go for an X, I would probably avoid white interior. But I like to see what other options are as far as these panels. I don't like this wood. I do not like the wood. Other than that, yeah. Comfy? Yeah, comfy. I like it. 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 These move with a magnet. And then they look tiny, and they are tiny, but they unfold like a babushka, like a Russian babushka doll. Not a lot though. It's not really like a babushka doll. It's really useless. Anyway, but it's there. You know, one of those babushka dolls that you take one and then the next and then the next. Whatever. What else is in this segment? We got the Tesla Model X. What else can carry 7 people and drive itself? Maybe the Mercedes. The Mercedes. Which one is that? Oh, the Lyriq. Ooh, that'd be an interesting find. That'd be a very interesting car to drive, the Lyriq. Yeah. We're almost there. We're almost at Aldi, and FSD working flawlessly. Amazing. As it should. This is like an $80,000 car. It should. If the promise is car is gonna do most of the work as far as driving goes, you just need to be aware of it, and you just need to pay attention to the car doing its work. And the promise is we'll do the job and take you from A to B, and we'll charge you $80,000 for that. Should do it. And it's doing it. It is doing it. Is there any other car out in the market that does it this flawlessly? At least not in the United States that I know. No, there isn't. Coming soon? Absolutely. Every brand will do it, because if they don't, they'll die. This is what is gonna make a difference. This is what is making a difference. This is basically the reason you get a car heading onwards. whether it can do this job on its own or no. And maybe you will not buy a car again. Or maybe you will, because it's nice. It's not like the promise of the Robotaxi is pretty nice. It's a taxi that you can call anytime you want, picks you up and takes you places. But you want to carry stuff. I'm carrying my stuff. It's in the back. If I need my stuff, it's right there. We get it. We arrive to Aldi. Let's park. There we go. Where is my little map here? So if I want to park, I need to go here. How do I get here? Oh, here. I can use the wheel. There you go. So in order to get myself parking, I have to use the wheels, and now it's doing the job as it does. See, it's doing the magic on its own. Fantastic, awesome, great. People doing their shopping and leaving and coming, and cars aware of everything that's going on. Fantastic. Found spot. And did the job of parking on our spot. Right in front of this Audi. Stop. And here we go. So let's go get Hawaiian bread at the Aldi. Where's my wallet? See, that kind of stuff. You want to carry your stuff. So what if you don't own a car? Where's your stuff gonna go? Where? All right, be right back. See, I told you. They have the very best deal on Hawaiian bread. This is my favorite bread in the world. So we're set, we're done. I'm done with the car. I hope mine is ready. I don't know, I don't think so. But I have a Model X and I have a class later tonight. So if my car is not done today, I guess I'm gonna have to use this behemoth to go to my class tonight. Just pay for my rolls and be out of here. All right, we're back. We're back, and then the question whether the car did FSD from parking or no, we're about to resolve it. So I'm gonna move back to the park right now. Press my brake. Oh, you know what? No. Just go here on the map, select my destination, if I can find it. There it is. Just going back to the park. Come on, just pick it. Okay, the park. The dog park. Sure, let's go to the dog park and get rid of all that hair that's still in there. And now the thing is there. It's set up. Now the map is set up, so we get there. We press the button. We press the brake. And then we press the button. No. Maybe. Come on. You worked. Okay, so if I press the brake and I go forward, now I'm going forward. Now I press the button. Now FSD is activated. Automatically put the indicator, and automatically we're moving out of here from parking into FSD. And it's gonna take us to the dog park on its own from parked. Better than a taxi. And I was able to get the bread, the Hawaiian bread. Huh? Better than a taxi. Yeah. And I'm charging the camera, so I'm using the cable, and it's connected now to the camera. Stop sign, just like magic, does all the work. Look at that Aston Martin. Oh, que lindo. Anyway, we're back to electricity now for a little bit, but that was a very nice Aston Martin. Meanwhile, we're just gonna wait. There's a lot of traffic. It's lunchtime, I think. Yeah. So there's a lot of traffic. The car is not very decisive whether we should pull out or no, whether we should get on the road or no. Yeah, it's taking a while to decide Look at that. That's the lyric. That's the Caddy lyric. Gotta try that too. There you go. And here we go. Finally. Car made it out. Safely, nicely, and we're on our way to the dog park. Wondering if they have a vacuum to get rid of all that hair in the back. So, long story short, going back to the answer, whether the car has FSD from parking or no, it does. It does. It does it. Like mine does the whole work on its own. Flush. Easy. Nicely. Look at that. That's a new Model 3 over there. The dual motor. New one. It's not new anymore. It came out last year. The Model Y, the new Y is the one that came this year. Yeah. So, yeah, that was the last thing we had about this car. I feel awesome car. Would I recommend it? Would I buy it? Let's see. Sure. It's very nice. This specific car hasn't been treated well. Let's put it in those terms. I don't think the owners, because I think at some point this car had an owner that either returned the car or traded for another one or something happened. But I think that this car, maybe it was a lease. Something happened that this car came back to Tesla, and it's been a loaner ever since. How long ago? I don't know. But I think that the time that had an owner was not a good time for the car. You know what I mean? It seemed better days, but it wasn't with the person who had it. Let's put it like that. The person who had this car at some point was not a good owner. Yeah. But gladly we had it, so we can try it and use it for a few hours. Maybe for a day, I don't know. I haven't heard from my car. I don't know. Gonna make it back to the park. We're gonna make some vertical videos, because I also need some vertical videos of this car, and we'll be set. So we can continue my own life, and my work and my job and all the stuff that I have to do to keep on going, eating and having fun and enjoying life as usual. This was fun though. This was fun. I can keep doing what I do, and then this would be fun. Trying cars. Pretty fun activity. Oh, look at that Bronco. I love that Bronco. Anyway, yeah, see you soon.